Hello. How's everybody going? We all good? God, I need a haircut. Jesus Christ. You can tell I've been working hard by the state of my hair. But what's been happening, people? Have we been buying dips? Do we have money for dips? Or are we panicking? Let me know. I really need to move chat somewhere so it doesn't look like I'm staring at like the floor. Let's do this. Beautiful. Yeah, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. My mate first thought was he need a haircut. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Got an Elvis hairstyle there. Yeah. It's been about a month. A month since I've been like, I need a haircut, and I still haven't had one. But yeah, markets are interesting, you know. You finally get cheap prices, and once it's on sale, nobody wants it anymore. Um, bike you. Give it one more minute and then we can jump straight on in. Should be a fun one today. Do a little demo, I think, of some improvements that we've been doing. Yeah, smash the like as well. Don't forget. Era, Arrow, and Pith. Why Pith? I know nothing about Pith. Is that even how you pronounce it? Pith? Who knows? Anyway, might as well just jump straight into it. So let's have a bit of fun with this one. You know, let's make it a little bit more interactive. So yeah, let's embrace the chaos. Feel free, jump in whenever, ask your questions. Let's see how we go. Are your hair in beta testing as well? Okay, well, maybe don't throw out questions. No. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, I'm gonna get a haircut for next time. Or maybe I'll just grow it out on purpose. I'm surprised nobody has mentioned the moustache yet. Good Oracle, cheaper than Link. Okay. I'm assuming decentralized as well. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys as well. Anyone here been using the natural language agent yet? Someone told me earlier that where was it? It was like been playing around with Haiku over the past few weeks and really love what you guys are building. There's a shit ton of other really nice messages in the beta group as well. Literally every single call I have and I run through the demo, everybody has been loving it, which has been amazing. You know, typically if you build something, you know, maybe just building a product and it's like slight improvement here, or I don't know, people aren't going to be like, it has to be something unique and something completely different for people to like love it and rave about it. And people have been doing that. So we're definitely on the right track, which is extremely exciting. You know, makes it all worthwhile. But yeah, I don't want to mention any competitors, but the one that is getting a lot of hype right now on X, you know, claiming they can do anything under the sun. I've watched multiple videos that their testers are recording, and they can. Oh, this example, it was like one simple swap, and it took a minute and like 10 seconds, and 3 different transactions or interactions with the agent just to make the agent understand what it was doing and to execute, which is pretty insane. People have been saying how quick that is, which is mind-boggling to me. You know, with ours, you can do like our agent takes about 3 seconds on average for like very complex transactions, and it bundles it in one transaction. So, you know, there's multiple reasons why we dominate for on-chain trades. can't really share with you why yet until everyone is, using us, because I don't want anybody to copy. But some key differentiations that make us far superior is the way we abstract away the multiple interactions with the agent. So our agent understands the best method to get to your goal and batches and optimizes that all together into one atomic transaction, right? They, on the other hand, rely, they're not optimizing the best path. They literally go step by step, right? So they might optimize just for like this single token swap here and then for the bridge, but you really want to optimize like end to end what is happening over the whole path, because there might be better paths later. Something might be affected later that you do now. Like it might be better to bridge into Ethereum, and here you should be swapping into Ethereum, not into USDC or whatever, for example, right? Hopefully that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is we optimize end to end, which nobody else does. And it is all thanks to our black box, essentially, that nobody else has. But anyway, we went on a massive tangent here. I don't even know why I went on this subject now. But what I can do is, instead of yapping, why don't I just show you guys what I'm trying to say, right? Let me bring up old OBS here. All right. Beautiful. So up over here, you can see it's harder than it looks. But yeah, so I've seen a lot of people on X recently talk about how annoying it is to, swap out of multiple reward tokens. Everybody was excited about these BGT vaults with good reason. They've been amazing, lots of good yield, a lot of good opportunity. But now everybody's like, oh, now we gotta, what do we do with all these tokens? So let me show you right now how you can simply liquidate if you want to. Maybe you want to keep them. Maybe they're good protocols. I don't know. It's up to you. So obviously you can do the old classic version. What do I even have in this wallet? So this is actually good. So we got hold, bearer, LBGT, honey. You can go the old classic way, put these in manually, and then select your token. I don't know, bearer. But who wants to do that? There's more fun ways, right? So obviously this right now, this is actually more than any other protocol on Bearer chain can do. I believe there's no other chain, no other protocol that can do multi-token swaps today. Or alternatively, we can go to the agent. So one prompt we could do, liquidate my Bearer chain tokens into Bearer. All right. So this will identify all the tokens that you have in your Bearer chain wallet specifically, find the best paths to sell them. Okay, I'm swapping all your Bearer chain tokens except for Bearer into Bearer. Makes perfect sense, right? We can see here, so we have USDC, LBGT, hold, and honey. And then that will be selling it into your Bearer. Only losing, what is that? My math is bad. What is that, 8, 9? Oh God, I don't know. Use AI for this stuff now. So yeah, you can easily see here, it makes it a lot faster. You can hit proceed, get it done. And yeah, easy peasy. You could even set up autonomous agents for this. So this can be done in the future, essentially. The autonomous agents, it's already been audited as well, the contract. We're just building out the infra first for the intent solver. But essentially, if you have the same pattern all the time, even if you are, going to different BGT vaults or whatever, collecting these different tokens, you can set up this autonomous agent through natural language, and you can be like, liquidate my tokens on Bearer chain into this every week. And this is interesting, right? Because it doesn't matter if you move to different BGT vaults and collect different rewards or whatever. You only need to do the one prompt because you understand, or the LLM understands what you mean. Liquidate everything. So there is interesting things that you can automate with us in the future as well. But right now, 100%, like very, very easy to do whatever you want with those BGT vaults, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if there's any other things you guys want to do, let me know. We are tracking all of your data that you put in. We're training the model with it, should I say. The prompts is what we're tracking. So whenever you prompt, we do get that information. From that, we can understand what you guys actually want and then build for that as well. Let me just jump on back up here. Must take more time to beta test agent. Asked it to save my portfolio, but the only response I got was that, yeah. Well, I myself don't understand what you mean by save my portfolio. Yeah, I don't quite understand that one. Is reserve right contract available on base chain? Reserve right contract. Well, what does that one mean as well? Sorry. Apologies for that, guys. If you can just elaborate on that one. But yeah. So beta testers, if you want to give this a go as well and you haven't gave it a go yet, feel free, open up Discord channel, Discord tickets. We have a boatload of people that joined over the last day. I don't know who did that, but thank you. It's always good to see. No idea where they came from. Just full disclosure, this week as well, there will be no updates on the LLM, so it might look a little bit slower than normal. But yeah, on the LLM side, that isn't the focus. Shrutim is busy with other things, but yeah, we'll be working on anything that you guys want next week. But yeah, great feedback as well in the beta testing channel. Honestly, every time you do a crazy intent, Shrutim loves it because yeah, it just gives him so much more information to work with. Like he's staring at the database all night long, watching those intents come in. So yeah, it is actually extremely beneficial that you guys do it. And it's interesting because you guys might not even know, right? But like we have like this switch coming out soon. And essentially what it will allow us to do is we'll be training a model and then we can switch this model with this other model that we're like fine tuning or whatever. And you guys might be completely unaware of this. So yeah, the more testing, the better for us, because literally every single day we could be like updating it. There has been days where we literally update the model multiple times. Not often, but if there is a new feature that we really want to pump out, yeah, we're working extremely fast on this. But yeah, any questions on that? How we operate or anything? Throw them in, feel free. What else on the agent? So improvements. Why don't we dive into that? New blockchains. We just pushed this to production. You guys get this news first. So Ethereum and Sonic are now live. Go test them out. I did notice I was doing some final testing, right? After you deploy, you always do some testing. And the swaps on BNB right now are awful. That isn't us. That's due to Relay, our partner. So yeah, hopefully that will be fixed in like overnight or something. But everything else, we're actually doing very, very well in terms of efficiency. I know that was something you guys actually brought up over the last week, was just, you know, why would people come to us if another protocol that they're used to is just as efficient? Like we have to beat them. So with Binance, for example, with Berachain, for example, we are the number one protocol on there for swaps. go test it out. We've done a bunch of tests. We actually outcompete on average by 40 basis points, which is quite a lot. Like if you know, there's protocols that charge like 25 bips, right? So this is you saving your fees and a little bit more coming through us. So we ran a bunch of scripts, tested that out. Obviously, we need to keep testing it on different days and whatever else. But for right now, very confident on Berachain. We are actually leading. So do test that out. If you prove me wrong, do let me know. Make sure you do execute on both protocols because a lot of the UIs, you know, one might be using a different oracle or whatever else. So that's not reliable at all. You actually have to execute. All your prompts are belong to us. Yes. But yeah, feel free. Any questions, guys? Throw them in. I want to hear your opinion. Do you guys want any other blockchains? You know, do you want Optimism? Do you want AVAX? Is it a waste of time? Please let me know in the chat. You guys pretty much direct the roadmap or influence our path, right? So whatever you guys want, let me know. We'll build that out and we'll do that first. Right now, we do have Berachain, Ethereum, BSC, Arb, Base, and Sonic. So yeah, 6 chains. I know Optimism, they're going to be doing grants soon as well. Potentially it could be interesting for them with our LLM integrated there. Besides that, not too sure. Solana, thanks 1212. Yes, Solana. So this could be like our final batch and Bitcoin. Yeah, this could be like our final batch of blockchains before launch. And after that, Solana pretty much is the first. Okay. AVAX, please. Why AVAX? Tell me why AVAX. You look at the volume and TVL is just like, it's not too exciting. Like, do they have any products on there? Optimism for sure. Mode, good friends of Mode. I love the guys at Mode. Yeah. We just need to look at the volume though, guys. Like, some of these blockchains have no volume and liquidity just leaving. So, you know, got to make sure that it's worth a while. Eclipse. Okay, thank you for that one. OP. So a few Optimism. Bitcoin would be a banger. Yeah, I've been talking to someone about Bitcoin as well. This is actually a question for you guys because, yeah, actually, this person is here. So one of the community members had a call with me and he was suggesting that we integrate, it's pretty much like an off-ramp, I guess, for Bitcoin, where you can use any liquidity from any chain and we'll provide a service where you can exit into real Bitcoin. Is this useful to you? Do you want to hold the real Bitcoin? Is there any people in this community that is interesting for? Maybe it might be for bigger whales, but yeah, let me know. Should only do chains if there's volume and TVL to justify, otherwise it's waste resources. Yes, I agree. Yes. I mean, we've been reached out by a lot of different blockchains, right? And yeah, I mean, Berachain is our home. So the only reason we'll, you know, integrate other chains is if they have volume. And there's, you know, they'll use that intent solver. So otherwise, besides the blockchains, so Optimism, I might look at doing Optimism as the last one, and then we can just leave it at that. In my mind, that is plenty. What is next after Optimism then would essentially be not fine-tuning, pretty much preparing the dApp. So everything that you have that we have now that you're seeing, so multi-token swaps, multi-token bridging, lending, borrowing, and V2, really polishing that. Getting those bugs like any bugs that are there are gone. Pretty much, there's not too many. A lot of them are like, I mean, there's one on like bridging, right? That makes, it's pretty much like X amount fail because of a bridging partner actually. So we got a long story short. We know there are a couple of bugs that we just need to sort out. But we know what we're doing, and it shouldn't take too long. After all those bugs are done, then pretty much the next step will be account abstraction. Account abstraction. I know this is something you guys have been wanting for a while. So do I. I think it's important. I think it matches our product very, very well. You know, this really simplifies user flow for people. And then just having onboarding people through emails or whatever. Perfect sense, right? So account abstraction after or after we're production ready, and then account abstraction will be next. From there, we will have a referral system. So this integrates into our marketing plan for launch. When you sign up with your email, you essentially get your referral code. You can give that to different people. People that sign up using that referral code, they will get, or you both get, okay, this isn't confirmed yet. So I'll just say high level, the more people you invite, the more chance that both of you can earn points to our leaderboard, which is another thing that will be coming out. The more volume, the more prompting, the more you use our product, the more points you get. We've been talking to Kaito as well about the Kaito leaderboard. So the more yapping and talking about our agent, the more points you get. You guys should know me by now. I don't like giving airdrops to people that don't use our product, right? This campaign is about using our product. It's about getting the aha moment, because I've realized all these VC meetings and everything else, they come into the meeting a little bit skeptical, right? They're like, oh, it's going to be like ChatGPT or whatever else. I've tried a competitor. You know, it takes forever. You got to prompt it. It doesn't understand. But if if people try this, a lot of them have been having these aha moments very, very quick. And either been wanting to integrate us, use us as a widget, invest, or whatever. So, building this campaign around that, I think, is very, very important. And it's a way that I think we can scale extremely fast as well. So, if you do participate in this campaign, you will be getting, I'm not sure if I can say that yet, but I think I pretty much just said it anyway. You will be getting benefits. Yeah, let's just say you will be getting benefits. All those beta testing as well. Right now, you guys will be getting points and benefits as well. Thank you all very, very much. You guys have been amazing. But yeah, when this is going to go live, we've been working on choosing the best account abstraction partner. Lloyd has been hard at work with that one. Just making sure it can do everything we want to do. I don't think it's going to take too long to actually integrate. But yeah, the plan, account abstraction. Okay, so this is the rough timeline, right? Finishing any and every little bug with what we currently have. There won't really be any more new major features. Getting everything for this product launch. Account abstraction will be next. Referral system integrated with that will be after. And then the leaderboard on our website as well. So those three work together for this marketing campaign. When all of those three are ready to go, I mean, we might even launch without the leaderboard. We'll see how I'm feeling. And then, yeah, you beta testers, you guys will get first dibs. You guys can share your referrals first before anyone else as well, which is, you guys deserve that. And then, yeah, the more volume, the more trading, the more points you get. So we really want to educate people as well. So those people, you know, yap about us, make content. The more unique and whatever else, maybe the more points. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. You know, there are people that have done this before with Kaito, and I think it works insanely well. It works even better when you have a product that actually works and is exciting. And I think we 100% have that. So yeah, very, very keen to get this started. It's not, I won't say timelines, but yeah, we're looking good. We're looking pretty good. Any questions, guys? Feel free. Quick look at the chat. Prompt, sell 50% of my alts into B2C, 20% into USDC, 30% into Barra. Yeah. I mean, that prompt is perfect. Percentages are like the easiest thing for this LLM as well, actually. Really good for API integrations as well for partners. Okay. Design-wise as well, I did want to mention, we have been listening to you guys as well in the beta testing chat in Discord. So there will be a update soon where, you know, it will give you more information why a prompt doesn't work. So there are a few reasons why the prompt might not work. One, the token is not whitelisted yet. Two, there could be a strategy that we haven't trained the LLM on yet. So we actually have a spreadsheet of every different type of intent, and there's a shit ton. So I think we've only, I don't know, like realistically what we've done like 2/10 or something, right? There's so many different strategies and everything else. So it's going to take a little bit. But yeah, whenever you prompt it and then we get that information and we will focus on those new type of intents as well. So don't think like, oh, this LLM is dumb, blah, blah, blah. I can't even do this. It probably just isn't trained on that yet. So, you know, new strategies, it takes us less than a week to just train it. Easy. So, yeah. Design-wise, we will be also integrating the user balance on the left-hand side of the LLM as well. Something I know everybody wants to do because we're still clicking like Ravi on the top and looking at what you have in your wallet, right? So that will be out sometime this month, I believe. Few other features with that I won't share yet because they are unique. Nobody is doing that yet. But when we do go live, the design that we have now is actually going to be different as well. What I can share is the classic UI will be incorporated into the agent. So right now, how do I put this? Not 2D, but like you prompt, you'll have a list of different things, right? Maybe you want to adjust something for whatever reason. Instead of reprompting, we have the classic UI there as well. And then you can just like slide an amount lower or change one token if it's one token you didn't want in, or, you know, cross something off. So making it as quick as possible for you guys to do any adjustments if need be. If there's any other design work that you want done, let me know in the chat. Would love to hear it. What else have we got? Yes, so God, this is a lot of product updates. It's been like half an hour, Jesus. Another thing that we've been working on, tokens. We just released a boatload of new tokens on all of the chains. This was like 2 hours ago on production. Do you have a look? Yeah, so pretty much our goal is to cover every single bearer chain token that has like, you know, a tiny bit of volume. Yeah, there should be a shitload there. So if there is anything missing, do let me know. But we do want to be that one-stop shop on bearer chain for any token. We are the cheapest route. So yeah, do let me know. if you think otherwise. Haiku, love it. How do you make it orange? You just type it. Lovely, interesting. On the LLM side, more product updates. Sorry. Yeah, we've been busy. So agent retrieval and relevance improvements. So this is for tokens, liquidity pools, POL vaults. What this actually means, sorry, is we are teaching the agent to understand classifications of tokens, right? So what's the difference between collateral and normal tokens? One good example would be understanding what a Berachain POL reward vault is. Okay, this is something that we did last week. So we were able to successfully zap into a reward vault using 2 different tokens from, I think it was like from base. So we abstracted away like 7 different transactions, different primitives, swapping, bridging, adding liquidity, and stake. So 4 different methods there. We did all of that in like 3 seconds. So pretty cool. I've seen, there was also another blob. I think Cami made it. And it was like, how do you, use, or how do you stake in these reward vaults? Do this and do that and do that. Or come to us, prompt, put it in the highest earning reward vault or whatever else. Or reward vault using ETH and USDC or whatever, right? Whatever. 1 transaction done, easy peasy. We haven't integrated it yet, but the APY, the yield, once we incorporate it with our RAG, essentially you'll be able to ask, put it into the highest earning BGT reward vault, whether that is for maximizing BGT or maximizing raw revenue from different reward tokens. All of this stuff is pretty much on the roadmap. So really want to make this one-stop shop for you guys. But yeah, last thing on the product, almost forgot this, bridging. So we are working on being cheaper as well. Another thing you guys raise in the Discord, we do read this stuff. Thank you very much. Really good feedback. So we are working on it, especially for Berachain first. That is Berachain's our priority with that bridging. Hopefully it won't take too long. There's a couple of methods to this, but when this method is integrated, you should expect the fees bridging into Berachain to drop significantly, like massively. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. But that is one of our key things that we are looking at as well. I think that is it. 35 minutes in, all the product updates are done. We made it. One last thing on the product, actually. Fees. So we currently have 0 fees as well. Obviously, there are other aggregator sites. I could list them, but I won't list competitors or whatever. We should be cheaper than all of them. I'm pretty sure most of them do charge fees. And even the ones that don't charge fees, I'd say compare us, because our efficiency has increased quite a bit now. It won't be on all the chains, but definitely on Berachain. So if you do trade on Berachain, definitely come to us. Yeah. All right. Any questions, guys? Cool. Just a bunch of haikus. Partnerships. The Berachain Foundation have been amazing. Shout out to MVP. They are helping getting the name out for projects on Berachain Okay, so what we'd notice is a lot of BetterChain projects, they don't have any zaps, right? If they want the users to get liquidity, if they want TVO acquisition, one of the easiest ways are through zaps. So we have been on sort of a mission, talking to a bunch of BetterChain projects to integrate these zaps. It is the easiest and quickest integration as well. For instance, all you need to do is tell the API what your goal is, and then your starting liquidity, and then everything in the middle we abstract away. So it's not just easier and quicker for you guys prompting on the agent, it's actually quicker for builders as well to integrate us. So I could spin this up in like honestly a day. So we are talking to a few. The foundation has already introduced us to a couple. The mission is to get, built by Haiku across as many different platforms and BetterChain as possible. So that's our goal. That's our number one goal on the, I guess, go-to-market strategy. There are a few. So there's two of the biggest AI projects on BetterChain besides ours. Are currently looking at our product, the API, to potentially integrate it into their system. One has a marketplace for agents, and they can facilitate on-chain trades using our agent. Why would they use us instead of doing it themselves? It's because we have a black box, mathematically driven convex optimizer that precisely calculates the best path. It allows us to have many, many more primitives than anybody else. So yeah, in short, people can't do what we do. It's why a lot of these other AI projects will end up using our API instead of building it out themselves. Another massive community in BetterChain is thinking about integrating our widget for the LLM. This was the call just before. So they'll get back to me after talking to the team, but they will essentially provide a big warehouse of data, not a warehouse, but a lot of data to us. We train that into our weekly cycles for the agent. The agent will understand everything on their site, and then users on their site can just prompt about anything. Maybe they want to interact with different contracts on their site as well through the agent. You can do that too. And this is going to be incorporated or integrated into a lot of BetterChain projects, this widget. It might look like the others with the branding style, but yeah, I think once the first one is live, you're going to start seeing this in a lot of BetterChain projects because there are a few that are already interested. And there's a shit ton we haven't talked to yet. So we're actually at the point where I'm going to look at hiring someone in BD quite soon to help out. Because yeah, once we dominate on BetterChain, and then there's all the other chains as well. So exciting times for sure. It's one of the ways we're going to get a lot of volume as well through the API. It won't be from the agent interface itself. It would actually be from the API, like where you get like 95% of the volume. We've also been talking to bots, different agents, I should say. Yeah, I can't say who. But yeah, obviously this product as well, not just for DeFi protocols, good for our AI agents as well to incorporate us. Timelines. So timelines, as I was mentioning, for the product, finishing these final little bugs, getting it production ready, then integrating account abstraction and the referral. When those are done, then we will start the campaign. That campaign will be anybody in beta testing now will have a referral code, and then only you guys can send that referral code out. And then people can sign up with that code. So it will be quite exclusive. And that's the only way you can access our agent. And then, yeah, that will just keep progressing. People are incentivized to share that out because, then you get more points yourself for the leaderboard, and then potentially some type of nice benefit. Dates for this, I don't want to share dates because there are a lot of moving parts there. I do not think it would take long. Account abstraction won't take long. Referrals shouldn't take long. Leaderboard shouldn't take long. So, yeah, I'm not going to say date, but it should not be too long. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Otherwise, you guys will crucify me if we're delayed. But yeah, in my opinion, it's probably quicker than you think, is my opinion. But anyway, fundraise updates when TGE. Okay, fundraise. I actually got in trouble last time from the ecosystem fund. We shouldn't be talking about the fundraise until it's complete. So yeah, there are apparently rules to this and guidelines you should follow. It's not good practice for the VCs for multiple reasons. So I can't unfortunately say. When TGE is post raise, of course. So it is an interesting one, right? Because I've had this discussion with a few VCs recently, because they want to know as well. If we launched now, the token would have dropped in value, right? Anytime this year, the token would have went down. So what is important to them is we do TGE when the market conditions say so. For me, it's important to be ready to execute TGE in the space of like a week, if we need, right? So the markets turn around, bullish news, AI is pumping, whatever else. That's when you want to, execute. So we're going to make sure that the token has the best opportunity to excel at the start. I think that's very important. I think you guys can all agree on that as well. So yeah, there's multiple factors with that, but it would pretty much be, yeah, as soon as we possibly can when the markets look good. All right. The markets are nuking. We're not doing TG. That's just suicide. But yeah, we'll see how old Trumpy continues. 15 minutes left. I'm going to pump through some updates. So marketing, we are actually, we're actually looking for another marketing person. Attendees didn't have enough time to really build out the campaign that we want. So we are looking for another marketing person. We are currently talking to a bunch of bearer baddies, also a few other people that are extremely qualified. Should be next week that we get this new marketing person in as well, because we need them to help kickstart this referral and leaderboard campaign. Otherwise, it has been going quite well. I mean, the blog, if you haven't read the blog yet, please do. We had some really good analytics on that. Had like, what was it? I don't know. We had, I think it was like almost 400 people read the entire thing, which is pretty good for a blog. I was skeptical. I was like, do people even read these days? But having 400 people and considering, all we did is tweet and send it out to our subscribers. I was actually very, very impressed. But yeah, if you haven't read it, it's all about declarative intents. So, stating your goal through natural language, and then us abstracting everything away, all the steps to get there. Big Tony, how's it going? Another thing, push. I almost forgot. He would have slapped me. We are starting a Galaxy campaign. I'm gonna drop the link in here. Let me throw it in here. So this link, doing the quest. This is sort of like a teaser, getting people prepped for the main leaderboard. Okay, it still is important. You still will get benefits from doing this, being upfront. It is worth doing. So do check it out. Put a lot of effort into it. There is some good content in there as well, to be honest. So some good ways to learn a little bit more about Haiku. So do check it out if you do want to get some extra benefits as well. With that leaderboard as well, I will say, it is scaled. So we do want to reward real users and people that actually do help us out. So the more points, you will be scaled. It will be scaled and you will be getting the most benefits. Okay. Rewarding the real Haiku users, you guys that are here today. Should really put this into the point system as well, actually. We'll see if we can do that. That would be pretty cool. 10 minutes left. Feel free. Any questions, throw them in. Law enforcement is another one. So as I mentioned last time, we have got confirmation from law enforcement that they're ready to go with the batches, with the first batch, I should say. I'm not sure if I should be saying this because I might get in trouble, but they are essentially, there was one, okay. They are pretty much, they're not 100% ready. They're almost ready to send it off. But there was one little amount on Solana. And their organization doesn't have a Solana wallet. I'm probably getting into too much detail here, so I'll probably stop. Essentially, they're just waiting to fix this one little last component. Once that is done on their side, they'll send the funds to me, and then we can give it back to you guys. How that would work, go to our announcement channel on Discord, or head to the Mosaic site. There will be a claim page, fresh new page, can't miss it. Click on it with your wallet account. It will come up with a window. It will have some terms pretty much stating, what happened, and, it'll be, whatever else, whatever legal put in there. Click accept, and then you can then execute and then claim your tokens. Okay. To reiterate, go to our website, click approve after reading the terms, and then execute and receive your funds. That's that easy. So make sure you use the wallet that you used originally. Okay. Any questions there? Feel free. Let me know. Leaderboard and Galaxy Quest linked? ? So not, I'll let you know soon. So we're finalizing a few things. It shouldn't take long. I would expect next week you should have a good rundown of what we're doing there. And we'll keep you informed. Question from Crypto in Discord. Also, how will the process work to receive the funds? We'll need to KYC. Will they be sent to wallets, or will they need to claim from contract? Thanks for putting that in here as well, ZK. So I pretty much said the process. KYC, no, not needed. Law enforcement said it wasn't needed. Legal, not needed. So all you guys got to do is claim with your wallet. That's your identification essentially. And then you're good to go to get your tokens. Yeah, and it is a claim contract, yeah. And remarks from Whiskey Fingers, still in beta, but it would be awesome to see a chart benchmarking Haiku against competitors. Yes. A chart. Where would you like this chart? Like in a blog post, in a tweet, or do you actually mean like on like Dune Analytics or something we can go to again? Or what do you, can you dive into that a little bit more? That would be fantastic. Just looking at any other questions. I think that was pretty much it. How does the team think about this take from X from OG Chris Bernishk? Bernishk, is that how you pronounce? Regarding token launches, promising new token projects should be flipping the script here and launching at low FTVs. In so doing, they can harness the zeitgeist. Open opportunity for everyone to make money from the IPO moment. Okay, good question. Let me think here. So I agree for the most part. I actually agree with that. I think there is plenty of evidence over the last year that any token that launched at 100 mil or whatever is just asking to be sold into, right? I think it's important that you launch, or when you launch, that you allow it cheap enough to create hype, which is very important. You know, I think it's important that when you do launch, that you have the hype as well with a product being live. Something we won't have any problem with because our agent will all be live by the time we do TGE, you know. So I think as well, any smart person would be calculating the expected selling pressure and calculating the expected buying pressure, using all your data entry that you have, looking at volume of the market as well, you know, looking at the sector, looking at other projects and their launches at the time, and then really understanding where should you actually launch to give yourself the best success. Day one or week one is like one of the most important times of a project actually. Some say it is the most important time because you could have a great project. If you launch at a stupid valuation, you're just going to kill your project. It's much harder to turn a project that looks like arse into something that looks amazing. The best way to make it look amazing at the beginning is, you know, building that hype and then starting it in a semi-cheap position. And then you just get people invested in for cheap. They get emotional. They want to tell their friends, you know, they're becoming hardcore fans. So otherwise, the alternative, you launch it high, everybody that's in there, they're angry, you know, saying this product sucks, blah, 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 blah. And it might not be, you know. The token price is very important for the image of a product or of a protocol. So yeah, good balancing act. I do agree with them. I think it's important that it needs to be above where the raise was and below where something ridiculous is. Typically on launches as well, the liquidity isn't massive. So if you do get some buying pressure, it is quite easy to push it up to those good prices anyway. And just a much cleaner looking chart. Any other questions? Chart might integrate Rocket X protocol as example. Chart might integrate Rocket X protocol. Can someone please explain that? I don't quite get it. Will there be market makers for Haiku? Yes. So we are talking to several, been talking to them over the last week actually. Yeah, it is interesting because we've been accepted on a couple of a couple of centralized exchanges, but I've also been having meetings with market makers that are friends of friends that I trust, and they're like, don't even get integrated on mid tier. The best strategy is just going straight to a tier one, like Binance, whatever. Pay once on Binance, it'll be expensive. However, all those mid tier will list you for free. Okay. Some of those mid tiers are getting ridiculous. Yeah, I won't share. Maybe it's confidential, but there is one a mid tier, and like the price would be like 400k just for a listing. And we've tracked the actual volume from retail, all the market maker that I talked to, and it's just not worth it. So tier one might actually be the best approach. So we are looking at that. And once you're listed on one tier one, all the other tier ones, the pricing drops significantly as well. So yeah. I have we have multiple market makers that we're considering working with. And yeah, and some good ones as well. There's plenty of market makers that are just trying to, influence certain things on the charts, and we don't want anything to do with them. All we want our market maker to do is provide liquidity as much as possible so that you guys can get in and out. That's a primary purpose of a market maker. And yeah, we'll make sure that whoever we partner with, they're regulated and monitored, because there are some dodgy ones out there. There'll be nothing worse than like working with a market maker that just like pumps it out of nowhere, because the users, they get wrecked. It's not good for us. We're building a legitimate product here that we want to build out for years to come, right? So we just want consistent, nice looking charts that just go up organically, similar to like the old Moz chart, right? All organic, nothing manipulated, just supply and demand. 1 minute left. Any more questions? Throw them in now, please. Is chart adapt benchmark chart? So bullish and Haiku and all the products. Do you want a chart in the widget? Is that what you're saying? Sorry. But yeah. Thank you, 1212. I can't say this enough. Like, honestly, every time I have calls with VCs or potential partners, like going and showing them the demo, all it takes is one meeting these days to get money in the door. People love it. They understand the value that this creates. People have always had the problem of integrating or onboarding Web2 users into projects, and this product is really something every protocol in DeFi needs. They've been waiting for this, so I think we have a very good chance to blow it out of the water with this. Last question from Push. When Haiku Vault, BGT Maximizer. So Haiku Vault, we are actually rebranding. It will be called Autonomous Agents. Okay? So we'll be releasing autonomous agents for that instead of vaults. BGT Maximizer. So we are integrating the infra for that right now. When we release the autonomous agent, it's going to be a little bit. Why? Because I want to release what we have now. So the agent will probably be worked on post leaderboard. I'd say post leaderboard. Well, post leaderboard, we're doing some debt work so people can do like delta neutral positions. But after that, I think maybe we'll start releasing those autonomous agents, because Kodiak, they still want some strategies, and after showing everybody what we can do, we're probably going to get a lot of demand for them. So yeah, we'll look at that probably then. Beautiful. Anyway, we are over the limit now, so I'm gonna thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all of you for taking the time. You guys are amazing. Keep up the feedback in the beta chat, please. It is extremely valuable and helps us a million. You don't need to use $10 and blah 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 blah. You can use $1. Like, that's still helpful, right? Because we work by percentages. So actually $1 might be too little. There is a little threshold at, like, when you bridge. So maybe you might need like $4. But anyway, quick summary. Finally, very late here. We are finishing off the last bit of the bugs, getting everything production ready to go live with the agent. We are then integrating account abstraction, the referral system, and then the leaderboard. Then we go live to the public through a closed beta or closed system, where it's invite only. Okay, so whoever you guys invite will get access first, and we'll keep scaling up from that. There won't really be any limitations or anything like that. So yeah, if you have a referral, get it out to as many people as you can, and you guys will get the most points. All right, thank you all. Win merch, socks later. Not my priority. I promise you they will come. But man. Anyway, have a wonderful night, guys. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.